Oh my god.
Right, so it's day 2 on the Range Rover V8 engine swap. So today we're going to start off by removing the brake pipes, the inner wings, and we are going to start cleaning and pressure washing. Probably take the wiring loom out as well. The inner wings are going to get ready. They're going to go off to get repaired, not repaired, repainted, and we'll go from there. So I'll just start a video and we'll just see how it all goes along. So things have progressed again. So I've taken off the inner wings, they're both off, and I cut my finger. They're both off, the slam panel's off, they're just down there waiting to go off and get painted. The other one over there, I need to do a bit of welding on. It's missing part of the battery support, so I need to weld that back in, which I cut off last time. I'm going to paint the bulkhead myself, so I need to get this all nice and clean and degreased. I want to clean, degrease the steering box and just everything that I couldn't do while the engine was in. I'll be painting the bulkhead myself, and I'm also going to get this bonnet off at some point, take it to the paint shop and get the underside of it painted. Not the outside, just the underside. I want this car to look brand new underneath and inside the engine bay, but I want it to look like it's a neglected Range Rover from the outside. So yeah, so let's get this set up and crack. I really should know better, and I normally do, but I've run out of gloves and I've run out of mask, and it's only going to take 5 minutes. So, but really do. I mean, I'm this bad, I'm pretty good normally. Right, let's go. Right, so as you saw there, that's all being cleaned. So that actually took 4 goes with the degreaser, but it's come up pretty well. I mean, if you remember, you couldn't even see the steering box. It was just a mound of grease and sludge and mud and stuff like that. These are all bits that I couldn't access when, and including the bulkhead, when the engine was in. So it's actually come up really well, to be fair. If I wasn't painting those inner wings, I'd probably leave that bulkhead because it's quite nice to see that original colour. But I'm going to strip all the bits off. So the wiring loom's coming off. As I say, you can get a new wiring loom. It just disconnects here and here. And I think that's about £100. So it's a bit silly not to, because it's been chopped about a few places, especially over here where like the alternator and that is. So I'm going to replace that anyway, just in due course. Yeah, basically, I'm quite happy with how that's come out. There's no significant rust or anything to worry about. Give the bell housing a little clean just before I take that out, because we're replacing that. That's going to go to Darren, who's having the conversion, because he is actually converting to manual. This is where the old starter motor used to be, and then obviously they've hacked it off, and this is where the conversion part for the other starter motor goes. So that's been done. It just needs to dry off, and then I can strip the rest of it off and give it some paint. And we've got over here just those bits and pieces there, just about to go off to the paint shop now. So we've got the slam panel, wing rails, and this side. The other one over here needs a little bit of work, wherever it's gone. Where are you? Oh, it's hidden over here. I don't know if anybody remembers, in a previous episode I had to cut this part of the battery tray off, that triangulated bit there, because it is where the air filter fitted. But I'm going to go and get that panel and weld it back on again. So you will see me again in a day's time. Well, in the next clip you'll see me, and then we'll be painting that bulkhead. Things have progressed. Now, I'll apologise, I didn't film everything. I was basically doing another job, so I was every time I had a half an hour spare, I was just putting a little bit of time into the front end of the Range Rover. So we got all the front end off, so that's the inner wings and obviously the outer wings and the slam panel. They all came off. They've gone up to the body shop. The other one's still around there, still needs some work on it before it goes. The whole chassis at the front has been completely taken back to bare metal, including the steering box here. Everything that was removable has been removed, as you can see. And the whole bulkhead has been sanded back. This took ages. This was absolute pain in the bum. That's exactly why I did it sort of in between other jobs, because I was just getting fed up. So many little nooks and crannies, but it's come out well. Obviously, we painted it with Buswell products, LRC 236. I actually had a can of this left over. I wasn't sure if it was going to be okay, but I banged the activator on the bottom of it and yeah, came out fine. So the other thing I did as well, I actually cut off these body mounts here and there, because when I'd welded them on, I hadn't done a very good job because I had no access. As you remember, there was a massive engine sitting here. So I cut them off and I've redone them, and I've re-seamed with seam sealer all the weld seams all the way around. Everything has come off of this, that come off except for the access panel. So the bulkhead panel here, that's still fitted. I could have taken that off, but I didn't, because I mean, I've just got to mask it up anyway. And this one here, I've taken as much as I could off. Everything else is off that needs to come off. So we've got like the power steering reservoir, clutch lines, brake lines, master cylinder, clutch master cylinder, wiring loom, it's all off. So yeah, this is one coat with the Buswell high gloss. Pretty happy with how that's come out so far. Obviously you won't really see much of it, but it's nice just to do it while we're here. So I'm going to bang it another coat in about 10 minutes and then leave it to dry overnight. And then tomorrow I will come back and I'll use some nice primer. I'm weighing up the Hammerite direct to metal primer, which is good. I've used it before. You can go direct. I mean, this was really corroded, as you can see. Or if I'm going to put something else down, I don't like using red oxide much on stuff like this because it can be a bit translucent and see through some of the other paints. And I don't think I want to stone chip it either. So I will just have a little think about that. But that'll be the next part. And then it will be swapping the bell housing out, because that's not the right bell housing, and building up the V8 ready to go in. So yeah, see you tomorrow. It keeps going like little lumps in it and stuff. So I'm guessing you don't really want to be using this stuff, well, it's probably nearly a year old, isn't it? So well, it's probably not more than that anyway. But yeah, so there we go. So the finish has come out really nice on there. Obviously I'm going to repaint these bits and that one there when eventually it's unwrapped. I bought a bell housing and I need to paint all this black. So bloody dropped the phone out. Oops, how did that happen? Anyway, that's all done, as you can see. Looks quite nice. So we are just at the moment loading the engine up, because tomorrow morning, nice and early, we're off to go and pick up our V8. So next time you see me, we'll have a V8. Well, it's the next day and look who we've got. Mr. V8. Mr. V8 has come to live with me. So as some of you remember, this is the V8 that was in my off-road Range Rover, which I'll include a clip of now. If you said 1985 V8 Range Rover off-roader, you'd be right. So next step is going to be to remove it and clean it and start servicing it. But that is for another episode. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. And hope you enjoyed the episode. The next one, we'll be going through the engine, getting it ready to mount. As you can see, there's all the other little bits and pieces to come with it as well. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you on the next one.